Well, good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here with two 12-string guitars. One is a Takamine, and the other is a Taylor. So it's an oldie but goodie. And of course, I have a brand new 1924 Taylor, and this Taylor is the Builder's Edition 12-string that Taylor made this year. It's a concert size. So I wanted to compare these two in terms of sound, tone, but first I have to kind of say that it's very difficult to compare two very nice instruments because they're just that. They're great instruments, both of them. Both of them are excellent instruments. So I'm not going to today claim one's better than the other. I would never do that. When I purchased them, I liked them, and I still like them both equally. They're like your children, you don't say one's better than the other, do you? However, there may be some preferences in the character that they put out. And so, we're going to look at these two from different angles. Playability, the tone that they put out in terms of maybe one's sweeter than the other. Maybe one can handle a little harsher or a more aggressive pick style. Comfort, one might be more comfortable than the other. Again, that's preference. The tone woods that we're using are completely different. So understanding that, perhaps you might hear the qualities of the tone wood. And then, of course, the looks, one's a little more good looking than the other. I don't know. Again, that's preference. But I do have a preference on that. So with that, let's just get started. There's differences in these two guitars, okay? First of all, the Taylor is solid wood, like the Takamine. It also is solid wood. But this one is maple and this one is mahogany. This one is new and this one's aged. I'm not sure if they torrefied, meaning they baked their tops or not on the Taylors to make them kind of age a little earlier. But they both have spruce tops. I know that Taylor has a Sitka. I'm not sure what Takamine is used back in the 80s for their spruce. But they are both spruce. When you look at the binding on them, this one here has a wood binding, where this is like a black plastic binding with some kind of purfling or that little decorative white there, where this one has wood binding and it looks like a maple purfling, or the decoration that it's all wood. This one is a dreadnought in size, much bigger than the concert size. The Takamine has about a 15.5-inch bout, and the depth on it is almost 5 inches, about 4 3/4, whereas this one has a 14-inch bout. It's concert size, and the depth on it is 4 inches. So it's much smaller than this guitar, so you would expect some differences for that. This one has old strings on it. I haven't changed them yet. I've got some work I need to do, as you can see, especially when you look at those bridge pins. They need some help. They're diversified. Let's just say we got diversified bridge pins. Whereas the Taylor, you can see everything is brand new, beautiful bone, and not actually. I think they use tusk for the nut. Where I believe that this looks to me like some sort of a bone saddle on this one. So there's differences between the two, and knowing that you're gonna, when we play them and compare them. It's not that one's going to be better, but they will be different, okay? And so what I'd like to hear is what your preference is. Not so much, oh, that's terrible, that sounds horrible, but if you were playing, which one would you rather be playing in terms of the sound it's putting out? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it two different ways, and then I'll finger style. I'll play with a pick a little bit. Well, maybe a third way too. I might just do a strum using finger style there as well. Okay, so let's get started and see what we can come up with. So what did I think? Well, let's go through my little, it's like a 5-point thing. In terms of appearance, I have to give it to Taylor. I think personally they did a beautiful job at making this instrument. It's just absolutely gorgeous with all of its appointments and bevels and everything. It's just beautiful. That's not to say that this isn't a nice looking guitar. It needs a little work, but it's going to look pretty neat once I get it all cleaned up and polished up, put some new pins in it. But you have to really, looking at this Taylor, it is very beautiful. So looks okay. But looks aren't everything, not in a guitar. And some people prefer just a plain guitar. They don't like all the appointments. They just want one that's going to play and give them the sound and be the workhorse that it should be. So as far as playability is concerned, they both play really nice. I have to say the action on the Taylor right now is just amazing. It's so easy to play. They have it, it is a 12 fret, so that makes it feel really nice to begin with. I think the action on it, I actually measured it out, and at the high E string, it was measuring out at 0.06, which I thought was a little bit low, but it seems to handle it. You know, when you start measuring at the 12th fret, usually that high E is usually around 0.07, 0.08. 0.06, you usually get string buzz. There might be a little bit of string buzz in this if I get really aggressive with it, so I have to kind of stay a little tame when I'm playing this one, but it's not significant. As far as the Takamine is concerned, it has room to come down just a little bit, but it plays pretty nice, just the way it is. I may or may not even make adjustments to it, simply because I don't want to mess it up. It sounds so great. But I might just do a little tweaking on the truss rod just to bring it down just a little bit when I set this up again. And so, yeah, so as far as playability is concerned, I can't say, well, maybe I like the Taylor in terms of the comfort again, because it's a 12 fret, but it makes it easier to play it. It really does. I can't remember the scale on this, but I have a feeling that the scale is shorter on this as well. It just feels that way to me. So that would make it easier to play for me as well, because I don't have to stretch as much. So as far as the tone is concerned, I think the Takamine was louder, but then I expected that because of its size. As far as the sustain, that's hard to measure right now because this has old strings on it. Right now, the way it is, this one just wants to ring forever, but then the strings are alive on it, where this one, these strings need help. So I can't really say that for sure right now for these. I have a feeling when I put new strings on this, it's really gonna pop. So this Takamine is warmer in sound, just louder. And it's warmer because it has mahogany. You got mahogany neck, mahogany back and sides. And then the Taylor has the maple and the maple neck, which, you know, the neck does make a difference in the tone as well. And it's going to be brighter with maple. So, and it did. I did hear that. One better than the other? No, I think they're equally excellent. They're beautiful, beautiful sounding instruments. As far as the reversed strings are concerned, when I finger pick is when I heard it the most. On the Taylor guitar, this low string comes up first, so my thumb hits it first, and it's really obvious. Whereas on the Takamine, the high string comes up first. So it really did stand out for finger picking. As far as strumming, it tended to meld more, so I couldn't really tell the difference as much. Although, you know, maybe if I tamed my strum a little more, I might pick up on it. But it was really hard to tell. But with fingerstyle, I could hear it. That, you know, that's just something. But I like the sound of it. So, but does that make one guitar better than the other? No. It's just I like it, that's all. There we have it. Comparing the Takamine with the beautiful Taylor guitar. And I want to hear your thoughts. What'd you think? Was there one you preferred over the other? Well, we're going to end it right there. And I hope you all have a great day today, wherever you are in this world.